Jackie Gleason. The Honeymooners.
I'm on stage in a theater just like the one where the Honeymooners film their shows in New York City. This here, this is the Kramden's kitchen. We spared no expense to bring you the ugliest and most famous room in television history. How you doing? I'm Kevin James, and like all of you, I'm a huge, huge Honeymooners fan. You know, when I started as a struggling comedian, I watched Jackie Gleason demonstrate exactly how it should be done. He was a master at timing and physical comedy. So I come to you tonight from the Kramden house to pay homage to arguably the best situation comedy in television history, The Honeymooners. It started in 1951 as a sketch on the DuMont Cavalcade of Stars, moved to CBS in '52 as a regular segment on the Jackie Gleason Show, then became a half-hour black and white sitcom known as the Classic 39. In 1956, it went back to being a live sketch on the Jackie Gleason Show. In the early '60s, it returned as a sketch on Jackie's American Scene magazine, got transformed into a series of one-hour musicals taped in color in Miami Beach, and then ended its 27-year run with 4 holiday reunion specials. Wow, I gotta work out more. Now, over the next hour, we're going to show you the best of the best, or as Gleason himself would say, the greatest of the greatest.
What do you know about fishing in the first place? When did you ever catch anything?
15 years ago. I caught 300 pounds of blubber.
Oh, would I like it. One of these days. One of these days. Pow! Right in the kisser. That's the trouble with you. You don't know the latest developments.
I don't know the latest developments. Who is it that lets your pants out every other day?
Oh, you're a riot, Alice, a regular riot. Look at why, Doc. Come on!
Boy, I'm telling you, if pizzas were manhole covers, the sewer would be a paradise.
Oh, that's a beauty. Don't give me any instructions, just serve. Will you come on and serve?
And just take a little tip from me, Ralph. I think you should have your head examined.
You think that, Alice? You think I should have my head examined on? I'll have it examined, Alice, if you want. Anywhere in the United States, I'll have it examined. Go to Vienna and have it examined for you. Vienna. Any doctor, any place, any hospital. They can bring doctors from the moon down here to examine my head. And they'll find nothing in there, Alice.
In San Francisco, where I grew up, the Honeymooners were on Channel 44 every night, but I never saw them. So when I finally got this flickering, bizarre black and white image that, you know, that played over and over again, it was like brand new television to me. What is this strange show where these people yell? Well, I know Jackie Gleason, of course, and I was really, but I'd never seen it actually in black and white with that door that opened out into the hallways, and you could see the set shake every now and again, and this ancient refrigerator that only had one item in it at any time, and a desk drawer in a bedroom that you never saw. It was mind-blowing.
The Honeymooners were tough to write. The sketches were tough to write because I wouldn't do anything that couldn't happen for real. The characters were funny. The people liked them. Once you get an audience to like the characters and something you're doing, you're 2/3 of the way home.
It's October 1951. Jackie Gleason has an idea for a new sketch on his TV variety show, the DuMont Cavalcade of Stars, based on people he knew growing up in Brooklyn. They were loud and they fought with each other constantly. Jackie knew 100 people like this, but what he didn't know was what to call the sketch. One idea was to call it The Beast. Another suggestion was The Lovers. Finally, Jackie and his writers came up with a title that has lived on for 50 years, The Honeymooners. Take a look at the very first Honeymooners sketch. Pert Kelton plays Alice, and Art Carney makes his debut, not as Ed Norton sewer worker, but as a cop.
It's the box that holds the bread. There, out the window.
That what you like? Throwing out the window?
Mm-hmm.
Two can play the game as well as one, and I play it pretty good.
Yeah? You'll never stop me, Alice. You'll never stop me. So there it goes.
Good, good.
Yeah.
You can't sit down, you can't eat.
Now I'm going to show you how much I like bread. I'm going to show you how much I like bread. Here, is this the flour that you make bread with? Do you make bread from flour? There it goes. That's what I think of the bread.
You want to see something go out the window? You want to see something go out the window?
Yeah, yeah.
Then I'll show you something go out the
All
window.
right. Go! Go!
I wouldn't give you the satisfaction.
I just hope that this is somebody, because I'm ready. Somebody throw a can of flour out the window a little while ago?
It was my fault, officer. You see, I had it sitting on the windowsill, and it just fell out.
Well, next time, try to be a little more careful, will you? Don't let it happen again. Sheesh.
The idea with the vest and the T-shirt and the beat-up old pants and the hat was my idea. I thought this is the way a guy like Ed Norton would like to dress around the house. He's got pockets for cigarettes, candy, gum, or this and that. The T-shirt was comfortable. The hat has a lot of charm to it. And that was it.
Jackie and Art Carney were supposed to be getting drunk. They thought they were drinking wine, and instead they were drinking grape juice, and that was the premise. And so they kept getting drunker and drunker. But they went totally off the script and started improvising. And I remember the crew was laughing, the audience was hysterical, and you knew that they weren't sticking to the script. And I think that was probably a precursor to Tim Conway and Harvey Korman.
You know, the girls are going to trick them, you know, into thinking, let's jump the wine out, we'll put grape juice in, and the boys are actually going to think they're going to get drunk. And I said, you know what, there's a moment there where you guys just aren't saying anything, and it's a brilliant, hilarious, I mean, I laughed, I was laughing out loud when I was watching it, and Gleason goes, that Connie.
As we say in the sewer, here's mud in your eye.
When we come back, an early Honeymooners sketch not seen for 50 years.
By 1952, the show moved to CBS, and it was in that year that the world was introduced to a new Alice Kramden, the lovely Audrey Meadows. Her first appearance was on the Jackie Gleason Show on September 20th, 1952. The sketch was called The New Bowling Ball, and it has not been seen since the original air date.
Hey, Ralph, will you hurry up, we're late. I'm not going on account of my wife. My thumb is so swollen, I can't even get it out of the ball. Why don't you go on a diet? Maybe it'll drop off. Warning, this happens to be a catastrophe.
Oh, why don't you stop moaning and groaning and let's try to get the ball off. Norton, I'll hold Ralph. You try and pull it off his finger.
Now be careful, it's my thumb. On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Even when we did the 39 half hours, it was live. We never stopped unless a camera conked out or something like that, or something drastic happened, you know, somebody slipped and fell and hurt themselves or something. But from top to bottom, live.
We did one when we didn't have a script. I walked in about 6:30 at night, and they gave me the script, and I said, this is terrible. The guy said, we're going on in an hour and a half. I said, well, it's all right. I said, oh, Pert Kelton was Alice then. I said, Pert, Art, and I'll go over to my apartment, and we'll write a little sketch. So we went over to the apartment, and I sat Bert down at the typewriter. She was going to type. So she typed Honeymooners, and we sat. And I said, maybe we're going to have a little drink to roll this thing. And we had a couple of more drinks, still didn't get anything done. I said, look, we know the Honeymooners. I'll go on stage and start an argument with Pert. When it's going good, you walk in, Carney, and say anything you want. I'll chase you out of the house, and I'll say, you're the greatest, and that's it. And we did it. And I thought that that was it. We were sure to be thrown off the air. And the guy from Nescafe came up in the dressing room. He says, that's the best Honeymooners you've done up to now.
Hello, this is Uncle Ed.
Don't scare the kid. Look at the sink, see if there's a nipple there.
Now. Hey. No, but I found one of these here. How about this?
And what good is that?
Just pour the milk in it, then when we get the milk in there, we cut the end off with a scissor on the middle finger there. It's like a nipple.
It's not a bad idea.
Here, hold it. You know something, Rob? We should patent this idea. It's a good idea for mothers with quintuplets. Where's the scissors?
It's in the bureau, top drawer.
That's it. Squeeze it so it comes out of the finger if they cut it.
All right. There you are.
You got it?
I got it.
Get the middle finger here.
There was something about the black and white photography of those kinescopes, that fuzzy black and white, that made it look like it was truly beamed from somebody's apartment, you know, somewhere in Brooklyn.
In 1955, CBS executives met with Jackie Gleason to discuss turning the live Honeymooner sketches into a 30-minute situation comedy. These are what comedy fans call the classic 39. Now, Jackie insisted on filming them as if they were a live telecast in just one take, with no stopping for mistakes. And that's not easy. Trust me, I'm on my third take and I'm reading this. Gleason claimed he did this so that the laughs and the acting were fresh and spontaneous. Of course, this also meant that Jackie could be at the bar before the end credits had run.
I know why it's too heavy. The drawers are probably loaded with junk. If we just take the drawers out, it'll be a lot easier to move.
Good thinking, Norton. Go ahead. All right, let's go. Right over here now. Little more. That's it.
Isn't that a lot easier that way?
All right. So you get one good idea all year, you gotta make a federal case out of it. Still in there. Must be stuck pretty tight.
You're doing it the hard way. You put the switch in.
Favorite episode? The golf lesson, where he tells me to address the ball, feet plant firmly in the ground, address the ball.
Hello, ball.
Boom, and he gives me a whack. That and the chef of the future and the chef of the past.
Wait, now, who are you?
Chef of the future.
Oh, hello. I'm glad to have you aboard, Chef of the Future.
I'm the chef of the future.
Hello, I'm glad to have you aboard again, Chef of the Future. What have you come to show me? Have you invented a household utensil that does the work of all these old household gadgets? This is not on film. This is coming to you very live before your eyes.
The thing happened at the end of that sketch that wasn't planned. I pushed him or something into a flat side of scenery, and the whole scenery fell down, but the cameras kept rolling. It was in the show, you know. But it was a funny moment.
The artistic intelligence that I think Jackie Gleason brought to Ralph Kramden, although it seems like it's a no-brainer, but I think that it's a wonderful character that he created, how he would be so compelling, so laughable, and yet so touching so many times that how can I feel so touched by him at times?
Will you tell me one thing, please? How do you get us into these fixes? Very simple. Very simple, Norton. I have a big ball!
We'll be right back with more of Ralph Kramden, King of the Castle.
At work, he was Ralph Kramden, bus driver. But the minute he got home and walked through that door, he was transformed into Ralph Kramden, King of the Castle.
You are the king. Because a man's home is his castle. And in that castle, you're the king. You're the king of your castle. Get out! Out! Now, you know it's my house. You know that I'm the master of my house. And being the master of my house, I'm the one that gives the orders. All right! Get out! The king, Norton. I rule my kingdom. Alice is just a mere peasant girl.
Oh, that's telling her, Ralph.
That's all right.
Trixie sent me up to see if she could have some more thread around here.
Oh, hiya, sweetheart.
Hiya, Ralph.
Hey, that's a mighty friendly way to talk to a peasant.
I happen to be the master of this household.
Har, har, hardy, har, har.
Har, 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 hardy, har, har.
I'm glad to see you laughing at that. Stick a boo.
Get out! Get out! Get something in your head, Alice. I'm the king here, remember that. This house is my castle. I'm the king. Remember that. King, king, king. You are nothing, a peasant. This is my house, my castle. I'm the king. Get my breakfast.
But the good thing about Kramden was that after he had tried to make a point, and it was deflated, the balloon had been pricked, he shuffles and rubs his toe in the gravel and apologizes to Alice. And he tells her that he loves her, which in his simple mind makes everything right.
You haven't got any sense of humor.
Oh, yes, I do. I married you, didn't I?
Bang, zoom. You're going to the moon.
Stand back, Ed. This is liable to be messy.
You're liable to be messy in about 5 seconds.
You seem to have forgotten that I am a woman.
I forgot that you're a woman? How could I? You're always yapping. Go ahead, say it, Alice. Say it. Go ahead. Tell me I'm a maniac. Go ahead. Say anything you want. But I don't care. I don't care. That's the way I feel.
Oh, Ralph. I love you.
You love me?
Yeah.
Baby, you're the greatest. Baby, you're the greatest. Baby, you're the greatest.
I went to the Museum of Broadcasting in New York and found a very, very early kinescope of one of the Pert Kelton episodes. Jackie Gleason was literally svelte. You know, we get used to the Ralph, and he's like huge and big, and this was literally, he almost looked like, he looked like Dean Martin.
I've had a lot of fun being fat. I've had a lot of fun being skinny, too. But I've been fat longer than I've been skinny, so I've had more fun being fat.
I see. Hint to Ralph always to face the camera. Because when he turns profile, brother, he's the biggest thing on television.
You know I'm not that kind of a man. I'm not the kind that eats and runs.
Eats and runs. The way you eat, you're lucky if you can walk. Come on, sweetheart. Go back to bed.
Gee, I never knew Davy Crockett was so fat.
You're the type that would bend way over and pick up a pocketbook on April Fool's Day. I wouldn't.
You couldn't.
$2,000, Alice. That's big, big, big. This is probably the biggest thing I ever got into.
The biggest thing you ever got into was your pants.
I don't want to have nothing to do with it. If you see me coming down the street, get on the other side.
When you come down the street, there ain't no other side.
You know, Jackie never thought of himself as fat, and neither do I. We're just highly delusional. Unfortunately for Ralph Kramden, it seemed like everyone had something to say about his weight, but no one got under his skin quite like his mother-in-law.
Alice, your mother isn't stepping 1 foot in this house. Not 1 foot or we'll never get rid of her. The minute she steps in till the minute she steps out, she starts in on me. Oh, if Alice only had married those other boyfriends. Oh, Ralph, why do you eat so much? You're so fat. Yeah, why don't you get some furniture for the apartment? Your mother's nosy, Alice. Nosy.
What's that? Your lunchbox?
Oh, you're starting right in, huh? Starting right in with the insults. No warming up in a bullpen or nothing, huh? Starting right in. I remember when you used to come over, you used to start slow with a couple of hello stupids and stuff like that. One of these days, you're gonna push me too far.
The only thing that could push you is a bulldozer.
All right, get out. This is my home. And when you come in here, treat me with respect and address me with a civil tongue.
Oh, why don't you shut up?
There isn't room in this place for you and me.
There isn't room in this place for you and anybody.
Out! You are a blabbermouth! A blabbermouth! You! Blabbermouth! Out!
Ralph.
Out!
Well, I've had enough.
Out!
I'm going home. Oh.
The poor soul hasn't got a hell of a lot of ability, but he keeps trying. He gets schemes, and his schemes are all to make he and Alice happy. And he fails. And when he fails, she feels a great deal of affection. She knows why he did it. And he apologizes all the time.
And we don't need a new washing machine, Ralph. That one over there is just fine. Do you remember the scheme that got us that one? No-cal pizza? Would you like me to point out the rest of the
No,
things,
you don't
Ralph?
have to. You don't have to, just because I made a couple of mistakes. Nobody's 100%, Alice.
You are. You've been wrong every time.
I am going to make a fortune, and I am going to let you in on the deal. There we go again. What kind of a crack is that?
I'll tell you what kind of a crack that was. You come to me before, you know, with a chance to make a fortune. I can't stand to make a fortune again. I'm going broke.
He thinks he's got to go from door to door to sell these things. That's where my great idea comes in. I go on television, and in 5 minutes, I can sell a whole 2,000 of them. Look, how long do you think it would take that guy to sell 2,000 of these if he went from door to door?
About 1 minute if this was the first door he knocked on.
Look, for $20, you get 20% of all the money I make over and above my salary.
Listen to me, will you, Ralph? My mother didn't raise no stupid children, you know. I worked hard for the money I earned there, down in that sewer. It's no easy job, you know. Some days I get it right up the head.
Coming up next, a Honeymooners musical not shown for over 40 years.
Jackie Gleason was a wonderfully gifted comedian who by himself could keep us entertained for hours. But you pair him up with Art Carney and you have something that goes beyond funny. Ralph Kramden and Ed Norton together on screen, in my opinion, the best that ever played the game.
Well, let's see now. To begin with, your close friends?
Well, I am as close as anybody can get to Ralph Kramden.
That's no way to treat you. Now, wait a minute. Just hold still. You want a big knot or a small knot?
I don't care, just as long as it's a knot.
Just hold still and don't be so excited.
Wait a minute! Move away from that table before you're not able to move.
Boy, what a grouch.
Ain't you even gonna give me a friendly raccoon goodbye? I wouldn't ooh you for anything in the world.
But we always have arguments. But when there's an emergency, we always come to the other guy's aid. How about that time we were playing softball and you got hit in the head with a bat? Who got a cab and took you over to the hospital? I did. Who come up and saw you every day? I did. Who brought you cigarettes and candy? I did. Who hit me in the head with a bat? You did.
Go ahead, you call.
How about let me toss? Give me an even chance. I'll toss the coin.
All right, you toss it. I take heads.
Why do you want heads? Let me take heads. Why are you so particular on wanting heads?
That has nothing to do with it. You're tossing, so I'm calling, and I want heads.
Now, wait a minute. We both want the same thing. I'll play you odds and evens for who gets heads.
All right, I'll take evens.
You what?
I said I'll take evens.
How come you want evens so sneaky?
Go ahead and take the ball.
It was just these two guys who were so in tune. Like when they're handcuffed together in the upper of the bunk. It's like this thing that just goes on and on and on and on. You know, I don't know how much of that is actually scripted, but these two guys that are just doing this kind of stuff. Oh, Ralph, you know, that was the stuff that I would love because it's almost like the goofs are built into the whole process of why the Honeymooners was as special as the Honeymooners was.
Ralph?
What?
Mind if I smoke?
I don't care if you're burned.
Norton, of course, is played by Art Carney. I don't think there was a better comedy portrayal than Carney did with Norton. And I would like to say here and now that Art Carney is, without a doubt, the greatest comedic sensitive I have ever worked with in my life, and I think anyone else has ever worked with.
I don't know. I wish I was more like Ed Norton myself. Sort of free and easy, and not that Norton wasn't sensitive. He was a sensitive person. But that business of writing and with the cuffs, shooting the cuffs, my father used to do that. I'd bring home my report card from school, and he'd sit down, adjust the light, shoot his cuffs a few times, and I would stand there saying to myself, Pop, would you hurry up and sign it?
The belief is that those 39 episodes were a huge rating success. But in reality, the ratings weren't as strong as they had been when The Honeymooners was only a sketch on the Jackie Gleason Show. So Jackie went back to doing what he did best, a 1-hour variety show featuring The Honeymooners as a segment within that show. The result, some more great moments, like this sketch, not seen since the original air date, the very first Honeymooners musical.
Tonight you'll see something really different, ladies and gentlemen. Jackie Gleason's The Honeymooners has been set to music, and we're about to begin a fun-filled tour of the world.
When I arrive in Paris, I'm going to explore the many famous places that Paris is famous for. I'll visit all the smart cafes and have a round of drinks. And while I'm there in Paris, I may stop to see the Sphinx. The Sphinx? The Sphinx. In Paris, there's a Sphinx. You can see it in Paris.
My most memorable moment from The Honeymooners was a take Jackie Gleason did. There's a guy outside his window. Jackie thinks somebody is after him. This guy is a window cleaner or something like that. The guy pops his head in the window. Jackie Gleason walks by, sort of glances at him, keeps walking. And you wonder when it's going to register. When it does register, Jackie Gleason goes, whoa, with his hand straight out. And it made me laugh for a day and a half. Jackie, love you.
Next, Art Carney rejoins the Honeymooners for some new episodes from the 1960s.
Jackie refused to do a Honeymooner sketch unless Art Carney was by his side. And Art left the Jackie Gleason Show after the 1957 television season. So the Honeymooners disappeared for 5 years. When Carney was available for a guest appearance in the early 1960s, Jackie would whip up a sketch on his new variety show called Jackie Gleason and His American Scene magazine.
What have we here? Refreshments.
Now, just a moment.
Soda pop and potato chips.
Keep your hot thumbs off of that. I don't mind you coming down and watching my TV show. But if you want any refreshments, go upstairs and get your own.
Ralph, I got this to say about you. I like your style. I like your style, Ralph. I like your style. Like I tell all my friends, you're cheap, but there's one thing about it. At least you don't keep it a secret.
All right, go upstairs. Alice, what is the most important news I could possibly tell you in the whole world?
I give up. What?
Hey, Willie, you're gonna flip. Will you hear what Ralph... Shut up. This is my news, and I'll tell it. Now, first, you better sit down. Not you, her.
All right, Ralph, what is it?
I repeat, what's the most important news I could possibly tell you in the whole world?
They condemned the building and we're moving out.
There are many wonderful memories that I have of all of the Honeymooners. One of these days, Alice, I mean, the boom zooms and all these things. And if I have to pick out a single episode, Ralph was going to be on a game show, and he was learning all the songs, and Norton was helping him by playing the piano. And before Norton would play the piano or play the tune, he'd start by playing a particular dum dum da 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 dum dum ba dum ba dum ba dum dum, and then he'd play the song. And Ralph was getting very annoyed that he would always start each song by doing that. Well, it turns out when he finally gets on the show, they ask him, who composed this song? Dum, dum, da, dum, da, da. And he gets this blank, wonderfully just vacant stare in his face. And he just starts humming, and then the best he can come up with, he says,
Ed Norton.
and of course, that was wrong.
Everyone has a favorite Honeymooners, including Jackie Gleason. In fact, there were a few special ones that Jackie would keep returning to. He would do them live in the early 50s, film the same sketches later as half-hour sitcoms, and then bring them back on his variety show in the 1960s. Let's take a look at one of Gleason's favorites. It's called 6 Months to Live.
The doctor told me to deliver this report here.
Oh, I'll take that.
The
doctor told me to give it to nobody else but Mrs. Kramden.
I'm Mr. Kramden.
Your hand is very dirty.
Well, there it is, Norton, the doctor's report.
I hope it's good news, Ralph.
Get a load of this. Dear Mrs. Kramden,
In compliance with your request, I am sending this report by messenger rather than mail. Because you said you didn't want your husband to see it. I'm afraid it's bad news.
my examination shows that a condition of cerebral monochromia exists. This is a rare disease which usually affects only boxers.
The first visible signs of the disease will be a falling out of the hair and irritability. This will be accompanied by chills, and he'll spend most of his time near the stove. I have enclosed some pills.
Give him one a day in a saucer of warm milk.
Be affectionate. Make him comfortable. And he may live for as long as 6 months.
Oh, Ralph, this is great.
Oh, it's great, huh? You'll probably be hysterical at my funeral.
Oh, Ralph, this is a riot.
This is a riot!
Ralph, you're not dying. This report happens to be from Dr. Morton, the veterinarian. This is about Mom's dog, Ginger.
You mean your mother's dog is dying?
Yes.
I'm not gonna die?
I don't have to spend the rest of my life under the stove.
You're just seeing some moments of chaos where someone something's not quite working out. Even when just, you know, Jackie is pacing back and forth and just, it's just the slave camera that's holding. You want to know why, Alice? I'll tell you why, Alice. Oh, I'll tell you why, Alice.
Gee, aren't they a sweet couple, Ralph? Is this a private parade, or can anybody march in it?
Alice? His audience, the people that were tuning in, were literally the Ralph Kramdens of the world, and he was just reflecting them back to them by way of that magic box in their living room.
We'll be right back with the Honeymooners' final episodes.
All of us at the King of Queens are huge Honeymooners fans, which is why we did a special episode where we got to pay tribute to the Kramdens.
Doug, what time is your lodge meeting tonight?
I told you 8 o'clock.
Really? Because I just ran into the high-exalted mystic ruler's wife at the beauty parlor, and she told me he's out of town till Tuesday.
Well, of course he is. That's why we're meeting to plan his surprise birthday party.
Oh, is that what this is for?
No, it's something I got for Kelly.
Oh, well, that's sweet. What'd you get her?
Bowling shoes.
By 1966, Art Carney was back on the Jackie Gleason Show, so the Honeymooners went back on the air again. The show was now taped in Miami Beach, the episodes were in color, and most of the time they were done as hour-long musicals. Perhaps more importantly, there was a new Alice and a new Trixie, played by Sheila McRae and Jane Keane. But along with these two new faces, there was one old face, Pert Kelton, the original Alice, was back for a guest appearance, but this time she played Alice's mother.
Hello, Ralph.
How'd you know it was me?
I could feel the floor sag.
Well, it's very simple. If the dog's name is Ralph, not only people can call him, dogs can call him too. Ralph! Oh, Ralph! 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 He said if I turned it on, he'd hit me.
Oh, Ed. Sleep.
She turned it on, hit her! Now go ahead and say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Go ahead and say it.
I don't want to say it.
You say it.
Let me have it.
Okay.
By 1970, big changes were coming to CBS. Established shows with stars like Jackie Gleason were on their way out. So Jackie took some time off, but within a few years, he had teamed up once again with some old friends, this time in 4 reunion specials on a new network. But first, we're going to show you something extraordinary, a lost episode from 1973. No one knew where it had been stored until we managed to locate it at the Museum of Television and Radio.
Look, I got no time to fool around. I'm going bowling with Norton. Now, I'd like my dinner on the table, if you don't mind, Mrs. Kramden.
Call me Ms.
Call me Ms. Ms. Ha ha! Now I get it. So finally the woman's slip got to you, huh, Alice? Well, let me tell you something. You're not the only one. This morning, a nun gets on the bus. I said, "Good morning, sister." She says, "Don't call me sister, call me Sis." I'm gonna let Alice convict herself.
Why are you gonna do that?
All I have to do is look into Alice's eyes, and I can tell what she's up to. I can tell whether she's lying or telling the truth.
Oh, hi, Ed.
You know, a mustache makes a guy distinguished. It gives a man a sort of an air. You ought to grow one.
No, I don't need one. When you work in a store, you already got an air about you.
Now, Norton, would you make a little toast that is appropriate for the occasion?
I think I have one. Down the hatch.
If you can go out in front of an audience and do things that make them happy and make them laugh, or induce them to laugh, not make them laugh, there's no greater thrill.
Bang, zoom.
would you do such a thing?
Hummin'. Hardy har har. Happy birthday to you, Ralph. Happy birthday to you. Norton!
What do you want, Ralph?
Come on down! Back! Out!
Cover up your face. Cover up your face.
Thank you for joining me here tonight for the Honeymooners' 50th anniversary celebration. And I'd also like to thank Jackie, Art, Audrey, and Joyce for that brief period of time 50 years ago when America tuned in, sat back, and watched the Honeymooners entertain us. They made us think, and more importantly, they made us smile. Thank you, and good night.